hurtling down a giant wave. This is Cornish surfer Tom Butler doing what he loves most, chasing the world's biggest breakers.
Incredible feat earlier this week. Cornish surfer Tom Butler surfed what's thought to have been one of the world's biggest waves in Portugal. He'll have to wait until next year to find out if he's officially broken the record, but he's now back in the UK and has come into the studio.
Tom, I think the first thing I want to say to you is wow and why, but this is something that you do a lot of and you've trained a lot for. Can you, just out of interest for us all, talk us through this particular wave and how you took it?
Yeah, I'd love to. So this was caught last Friday down in Nazaré in Portugal. As you can see, I'm bouncing down the wave. The air and the wind is getting underneath my board there. I'm in the sky, land back. I think maybe once more I take off as well. So at this point here, this exact point here, I'm probably as underneath the wave as you possibly can be. The end of the shoulder is over here, so that's what I'm trying to race to. So I've got this whole 20-metre section of water coming down now. And then I'm just focusing on the exit and putting all my body weight and head as far forward as I can to keep my forward momentum going. And then probably at this precise time, I knew the wave was kind of over my head and was going to engulf me. And at that point, it's just remaining focused and relying on all my past experience really to drive me out of that situation. A little bit blinded by the spray, and at this point I knew I'd done enough to outrun it, and that's kind of when I could enjoy the ride. Around here I knew, and I claimed the wave. You know, that's when you know it's a special one if you're going to claim it like that. That was just one of the biggest rushes of adrenaline I've ever had, and satisfaction and accomplishment.
It's fascinating watching you talk about that. How does it feel once you're actually in there?
You're so focused and you're not really thinking about what could happen after, what's happened before. It's all got to be right in that exact moment. Otherwise you'll get carried away and you'll miss your opportunities.
But this is about more than just you. I mean, I'm noticing behind you the jet ski there, and this is part of your team. This is very much a team sport.
Absolutely. Without the other people in the water, this wouldn't have been accomplished, this wave. So
you got a whole crew of safety people around you though. Each one of you knows what each other is doing and what you're looking out for. This has to be verified, this particular wave, but there's lots of things to take into account before you know how you've done.
Anything from now on going forwards is a bonus, as far as like a record or any prestigious wins at the World Surf League Awards. But for me, it's just knowing that I've actually accomplished this wave and surfed it and survived it, and I'll keep that with me forever. So anything on top of the bonus.
There are clearly dangers. We heard from Andrew Cotter not so long ago who broke his back. You've had injuries as well. Is that something that you bear in mind whenever you go into a wave like this, or is it just what you do?
My body is very sensitive. I know if I'm having a good day or a bad day, and to get myself ready for this particular day, I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning, stretching, warming up, getting focused, and there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I'm ready for this occasion on that particular day. If I had any doubt, or if athletes are there for maybe not the correct reasons, then you're not going to perform and you're not going to surf these waves to the best of your ability. If you're there for any other reason, if you're there for stardom or the picture, then you can forget about it. You have to want to be in oceans this big, and I'll give up my life for this, you know. And when it comes together for them 10 seconds, it's all the work what's gone in behind.
Thank you so much for taking us through that. Really appreciate it, and good luck with the outcome of it.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Rachel Younger on Butler's Big Break.
It is some wave. As high as a 10-storey building, it turns the surfer trying to tame it into little more than a speck against a giant wall of water.
I've never been as fast as that on a surfboard. You know, it was probably around 50, 60 miles an hour, just tearing down from the top right to the bottom.
And there, the British professional doesn't just survive the wave, but turns out of it in style, despite an avalanche of surf crashing down behind him. It's even more remarkable because this is Tom in the same place 2 years ago.
Super deep, and you just see him get bounced. That's a massive wave, and he just wore that one.
The fall so dramatic, it took a week in hospital to save Tom's ear and injured lung. No wonder his heart was in his mouth this time.
I took off and skimmed like a stone 5 times, and each time taking off, you're like, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? On the footage, you see me kind of like take off 5 times, so that's when, yeah, your technical ability comes into it. You know, it's never going to be straight sailing going down something that big, and I held on and took the right line, and yeah, the rest is history.
2 years ago, in the same spot, Tom fell from a 45-foot wave, seriously injuring his lung. But he can't keep away from big wave surfing, even though it's not that straightforward.
You can't just jump in your car, drive down the beach and go out and catch these waves. There's a big team involved around one singular spectacle ride. There's a person who tows you into the wave, someone on the cliff as well on the radio telling us when good waves were coming, and then the 2 jet skis in the water, a lifeguard and all the first aid equipment on the beach.
Tom's now back home in Polkeris with his wife Emily and dog Daisy, and he's keen to inspire new surfers into the sport.
For anyone who wants to get into big wave surfing, any kids that are watching who might be surfers, like, you can train in Cornwall every single day for your surfing. It's harsh, you've got to be very keen. You know, it's cold weather here. We don't always get the best quality waves, but we do have waves every day, and that's the main thing. If you're out there and putting in the hard work, you can get better.
Tom says riding this wave has made his year. But he's always on the lookout for that next challenge. Grace Pascoe, ITV News, Polkeris.